And welcome back to the Daily Sip, your 3:30 every afternoon daily dose of Mississippi places and people and stories. I'm Walt Grayson. You might could tell we're not in the studio today. We're at Methodist Rehabilitation Center. And the reason that we're here is Methodist Rehab is celebrating their 50th anniversary of helping people put their lives back together again. And we have the CEO with us, David McMillan. David, thank you for letting us come out and visit with you this afternoon.
Thank you for coming. This is a special year for us.
Well, I bet it is. Real quick, tell us just a quick definition of what a rehab center is.
We're technically known as a post-acute care. Basically, people transfer from us from the other acute care hospitals, and we're a comprehensive rehab center because we do occupational therapy, physical therapy, and respiratory therapy, as well as patient care.
Yeah. I know you probably don't have a typical patient, but what would a typical patient come here for?
The largest percentage is stroke, but probably the most common beside that are falls.
No.
And that's off ladders, off your carpet, you fell over your pet.
Oh,
things happen.
Yeah. And where do you take the pet? You know, because that's important.
It is that true.
Tell us a little bit about your 50-year history here.
50-year, back in the 60s, gentlemen got together and they realized that when people had a stroke or injury or brain injury or spinal cord injury, there was nowhere in Mississippi to go to. You either stayed home, got limited care, or went out of state. So these men had a vision to go, we need something in Mississippi that's state-of-the-art so people could come here and get the therapy they needed to get back in action.
So what all do you offer here anyway? Just kind of give me the gamut.
All right, basically from the standpoint, when people come in, they stabilize and they start, the first week, start working on the basic. Yeah. The daily living skills. Then based upon the severity of your situation, you start working on balance, walking gait, upper body, lower body. The occupational therapist, think of them as upper body using your hands and arms. Physical therapy, primarily the lower body, of walking gait and balance, so often trying to get your strength back.
I imagine that probably somebody, you talk about, you've been here for 50 years, you go back a few years before that, and you're performing miracles here compared to what would have happened like 50 years before y'all got here.
Well, I think we're building on a legacy.
Okay.
Because right now, we reinvest in technology. We provide our employees or staff advanced training because every patient needs specialized care. Everybody's a little different. Everybody has different objectives. Everyone wants to walk out and go back home. It happens a lot, but not every time.
Yeah, yeah. David, just kind of give us a general idea. What kind of impact have you had here with Methodist Rehab in Mississippi?
We think we're the flagship leader because primarily we deliver at a level due to our innovation and research. You'll hear more about later in a few minutes. But we reinvest not only in our staff, but our patients, because we view it like this. If a person's not working, they're going to be taken care of by somebody else, and two people are out. So healthcare is part of the economy if people think about it. Yeah. We're here to get people, we try to help them get back what they lost.
Yeah, yeah. Sounds good. What do you like about your job?
Oh, clearly the people I meet, because every week someone comes through that never thought they'd need us. And inspiration, you're going to hear from somebody later in this segment, the inspiration of what they overcome, their mental drive, their attitude, can-do attitude. That's one of our phrases here, I can. Because you'll find people, if their mind's right and attitude's right, they can accomplish their goals.
Yeah. Yeah. Some of the patients that you've met here, can you give me an example of maybe two or three that stand out? You might, maybe not names, but just their situation. Basically, it kind of falls in two categories: people with health issues, then people with accidents. And accidents can happen to me or you. And people come here, and they're initially having to recover from surgery, anesthesia, so they're having to kind of ground themselves. And basically, where do I start to get going again? We have people from all ages. We've had people here over 100 years old, getting back in gear so they can get back to their families, get back to life. Yeah. And these would, without you being here, as you said, they would have to either just go home or go out of state to do this. This is a nice stopover for them.
It is. It gives people a chance to determine the next steps in their life. Where do I go from here? Am I going home? Am I going to a skilled nursing facility? What am I going to do for outpatient therapy? Because we have 4 in this area. We have one in Gluckstadt, Flowood, Clinton, as well as Ridgeland. So people could step that next step of care, because once you finish here, you need that step of plan to go, I've got to get better, and where am I going to go with that?
Yeah.
So you're literally helping people get back on their feet again.
Absolutely.
Yeah, thank you. And we are going to find out about some of the research that's being done here in just a few minutes.